All right, let's now welcome National Informal Traders Alliance President Rosheda Muller to further comment on this. Rosheda, thank you so much for being with us today. Good afternoon. So the long-awaited directive from the President last night pertaining to, let's frame it correctly, the Spaza Shop business is when he said foreign Spaza Shop owners then need to re-register for compliance within 21 days. What do you make of this announcement as Nitasa?
Good afternoon to all the viewers. Good afternoon to you. This, I've listened to every single word our president has said. And those are good things that he wants to implement, but I do believe the time frames is really unrealistic. For example, if a Spaza shop is registered, all that needs to happen is that the health inspector or the municipal officials need to go check up if the health conditions is in place and compliance is in place. So I don't think there is a need for everybody to now go and stand in a queue. It's going to be impossible. It will probably take more than a year for all of us to go stand in a queue. We know that the local municipalities do not have the capacity, and we don't really see. I'm sitting now on my market on the Grand Parade, and we haven't really seen one health inspector for the entire year. So that is a very big concern. So because of the tragic deaths that took place, government now needs to jack up the actions. But we need to see the capacity. We don't believe that the municipalities have the capacity, but let's see, what the president is going to put in place, because there has to be a complete commitment from all local governments to ensure those 3 points that our president has made. That's my first introduction point.
Rosheda, let's get a bit of context about your organization as well. I mean, you represent some informal traders, but is that also inclusive of foreign traders? And how do those then who want to join your body do so?
Well, absolutely. We have very many foreign traders, but it's important that their paperwork is in place and that they abide to our code of conduct, constitution, rules and regulations. So we are running very, very, positive markets on the ground. The concern is, the ratio. The concern is that, for example, on the Grand Parade, you will find that there are about 70% non-South Africans and only 30% of South African traders. But many of them have been with us for decades. So all we need to check now is that we have done it. Their paperwork is in place. They are either asylum seekers, refugees, or they have the passport, which the city of Cape Town allows to be given for a permit. So they are all legal in the market. But there are thousands and thousands of illegal traders in and around all towns of South Africa. And that is why I said that government needs to work in collaboration with national movements. I always say that we, as the leadership of the organizations on the ground, is really doing the work, for government work. And I mean, we are not resourced. There's no budget for us. We are all voluntary workers. But I think it's time that President Ramaphosa realized the role that Nitasa plays, and that we need to come together in dialogue to see what roles we can accept officially in an MOU with national government, as we are national movements, to ensure that we allow and collaborate, and we can be the monitors on the ground. But we never get a budget for those things. So, I mean, for years and years, it's our passion and commitment that we do the work on the ground. But things have gone out. It has become a crisis. 23 children have died, and we cannot allow another life to be lost. So let's work together with government to ensure that we get this right, what he proposed last night, those 3 points. And also, we must remember the people who are buying from Spaza Shops. These are the poor communities in the towns. They not aware of where they're coming from. That is a big concern for us. I think it's very important that the wholesalers, warehouses, and manufacturers of the goods sold in Spaza Shops are being totally compliant. And that is the first step government should do, to send the health officials into each and every warehouse that there is around the country.
All right, Rosheda, thank you so much. We've pretty much covered everything that I also wanted to talk about, because I was going to talk about that very point of what type of collaboration and some of the points that you would like, policy or legislation that you would like government to actually expedite going forward to address some of the issues that you've actually outlined here on SA Today. Thank you so much for according us this opportunity. That is Rosheda Muller, the president of NETASA, reacting to the president's directive on Spaza Shops amid the foodborne disease outbreak in parts of the country.